All right, so let's see if we can pick up these right and left leads here that I've been talking about. I'll go through it one more time once I get on my horse. Ooh, hey buddy. Ooh. Now this is kind of interesting. What do you do when your horse kind of moves off like that? Well, you don't give him relief by letting him do it. You stick with him. As he takes a step back, I take a step back. Now, if it's a real problem, you could get more active. You know, what do I mean by that? Make him go forward. There. Now, I don't want to get my horse all emotional right now, but you really shouldn't allow that kind of behavior. The only reason he's doing that is because he's in the midst of these other horses. So I'm going to give him a little bit of a break here, pat on him, let him know he's okay. But didn't want him to think that he can back away when I'm getting close to him and want to get on him. That's not acceptable behavior. And while I'm on that topic, let me talk about some other unacceptable behavior. And this horse right in front of you, in front of me anyway, this buckskin, he's a wonderful horse, but he's a bully. And so what I've been working on lately with him is if he tries to bully these other horses when I'm around, I get after him. And that might either be I throw a halter at him, or I swing a rope at him, or if I'm on this horse, you know, I've got a pretty long rein here, I might take that rein and smack him. And you may see me do that on this video if it's, you know, appropriate. I may do that because when he starts pinning his ears at these other horses and trying to kick them or bite them, that's one thing when they're out in the field. But when there's a human around, if I'm on my horse or I'm giving them hay, or, you know, I'm doing something around them, or there's a kid, that doesn't matter, any human at all, that is unacceptable behavior, and we're trying to train that out of this horse. So I don't mean to say he's a bad horse. He's a great horse. I love this horse, but in fact, he's one of the funniest, friendliest horses I've ever known. But he's also a bully, and so he's going to be a bully out in the pasture. You know, that's one thing. This is the rock star, by the way. He was in Cowboys and Aliens. Yeah, he was. Movie star, that's what I should say. But this horse, he's the bully, and fine if he wants to do that in the pasture. You know, other horses are tough, they can take it, but not acceptable when there are people around, okay? So, with that, let me go ahead and get on my horse here. I don't care about the right rein if I'm getting on the left side. I care about the left rein. Now, this horse never kicks, so I don't have to worry about being on his front shoulder to get on him or anything. I can stand back here by his hip, he's fine. And I'm gonna get my left leg up in there and really make sure that I don't get the point of that boot into his ribs. And when I get on, he stands quietly, and then I swing my leg over. Now, he used to move off. In fact, by the time I'd even think about sticking my boot in the stirrup, he was ready to go down the trail. That was a dangerous situation. I've recorded other videos on that. But I've really worked hard to make sure that he understands when I get on, we do nothing, okay? I don't know a better way to train a horse not to move off when you're getting on than to do this. So, you know, it gets a little annoying at times. You know, I'm on my horse, I'm ready to go, but I have to remember, I've trained him to stand still when I get on, and I don't want to untrain that, okay? So how long do I have to sit here before we do something? Well, I'm not sure. Certainly, now see, there's a little bit of that bully action that I was talking about. Wasn't bad because there's not a lot of hay around or anything. No, he's not going to bully my horse because my horse is the king of the herd. My horse is able to be king of the herd without bullying, which is interesting. This horse, he's second in line, but he bullies, okay? So, you know, how do you know all that? Well, when you put the hay down, you can quickly determine what the order of the herd is, especially with only 4 horses. So, you know, my horse never gets pushed off of a pile. He pushes these other 2 red horses off all the time. It'd be fine if he did that nicely, you know, a little pinning of the ears, but he often does it rudely. He does it by biting, he does it by kicking, And sometimes he does it just for the sake of doing it. So here comes his teenage owner, which is going to be interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and move off, and we'll try to bring a canter back to you. So kind of headed around to the right. That's his easy lead. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to look to the right. There. That's the right lead. Now, how do I know that's the right lead? Because my right leg is forward. Ooh, attaboy. So, rather than look down and try to figure out, let me back this horse up. Yeah, there we go. So, rather than look down and try to figure out what lead you're on, it's so much easier just to feel it. And I wouldn't have believed that a few years ago, but really it is. So if I'm on a right lead, let me just say it this way. If I'm on a left lead, this left leg's going to feel like it's out in front. And if I'm on a right lead, it's opposite. So we picked up the right lead there, and that was easy. He picks up right leads easier than left. But I think this horse should have no problem picking up a left lead. And so how am I going to do that? Well, I'm going to go down this side of the arena so that I can bend him to the left. As we get down there, I'm going to look to my left, pick up on this rein. Ooh. He's picking up on my cues here, which is good. That's what I want. Back up, back. Now, as I look to the left and pick up on that rein, I'm going to apply a little bit of right leg. Whole idea is I want him to step out with that left foot and come to the camera. So let's just go ahead and do it. He's relaxed. He's in a good mood. I'm in a good mood. Let's try this. Come on, buddy. Easy, easy, easy. Easy. There you go. All right. Okay, good. Attaboy. So, he doesn't know where the camera is like I do, but get him back there. Good boy. So that was great. He picked up that left lead just fine. There was a little bit of interaction with the other horses, which was interesting. And you get to see a little bit of that bullying by that buckskin. He pinned his ears and so forth, which isn't a horrible thing because, frankly, if I get the chance and he pins his ears, I'm going to smack him. So it's a learning opportunity for him. So I'm just going to repeat what I just did. I'm going to go get a right lead back to the camera. I'm going to pick up a left lead back to the camera. Don't know that I'm going to try the lead change, maybe a simple one. This horse really does know how to do that, and he's pretty good at it, but we're not practiced at it. So let us go off. We're going to go down here and we'll pick up the right lead, easy bud. Now, when I say easy bud, that's my signal verbally to him, because he's thinking, okay, we got to go. And I'm like, no, we don't. We don't have to go. Now, as I get to this buckskin, let's just see. I'm going to get a rein ready in case I get to smack him. He's kind of acting up. It's like, hey, what are you doing? All right, I think we're okay here. So I'm going to look to my right, pick up this rein. There's that right lead. There, perfect. Attaboy. Now just bring it right into the camera. There's a gate to the right. That's why he wants to go that way. And pack him up. Okay. Now, that was good. If I did that about 100 times, I think it'd be about where I want it. It's not where I want it right now. Let's back up, buddy. Get this way. There you go. There. So that's not where I want it because it's a little rough, and he kind of almost, I don't want to say he bucked. He didn't buck, but he kind of gave me a little bit of a, lurch with his butt. And that's okay. A lot of horses do that. But I have to do it over and over and over again to get it where I want it. Now, what I like to call it, when I've got it where I want it, is what I call the ranch horse lope. You see these cowboys and they're on their cow horse and, you know, they give them a little bit of a cue, which often is just a roll of the hand type thing. So let me do that. Sorry, buddy, just ease up, there you go. Let's say I want a left lead, and I've been talking about picking up on this rein, but the other thing you can do is you can kind of roll it like this. And that'll open that up and it'll tell that horse, okay, I want my energy to go that way. But anyway, these guys on their ranch horses that are so good, and that ranch horse can just give them the most comfortable, controlled lope. It's this rocking chair type lope. That's what I want. And I call that the ranch horse lope. And we're working toward that. And this horse still can get a little bit rambunctious and go, oh, we get to run, and all of a sudden he's off to the races. That's especially true if I'm riding with a bunch of other horses. But, so we just got the right lead again. Let's try the left, and we'll see how that goes. I'm just going to repeat what I did and go down, turn him to the left at a trot, and then open him up, come back toward the camera. Okay, so just moving him off, let him know everything's good. Atta boy. Kind of fun to work with other horses in the arena like this. There's no reason you shouldn't be able to do that. If your horse gets locked onto the other horses and not you, well, then that just is an indication that you got some work to do. Okay, now he's already bending before I want him, so I cue him back to the outside. Now I'm going to look to the left, lift, there, that's the left lead. That feels pretty good. Come right back to the camera. There you go, buddy. Now back up. So, you are hearing me talk to my horse. I told you it's a habit. It's something I do. And not really bad, but anyway, I'd like to be able to do less of it. Now, let's make this more interesting. I'm going to see if I can get him into, first we'll do it to the right, a right lead canter, and do a circle, a full circle in front of the camera, which is going to be hard for him in here. I've got some horses in the way, but we're going to just go ahead and try it. So, no reason not to try. There. Atta boy. There. Good. Okay. Easy. Easy, bud. Now, he is totally distracted by these other horses. But I think we did get it. Oh, I think we got a right lead and we were in a little tiny canter. That's hard for a horse, especially if they're not what we call suppled and in shape for that kind of thing. Now, he's as strong as an ox, but he's not used to cantering circles, so it's okay. It's not like we're overworking him. I'm going to try it again now to the left. Attaboy, come on. There. That was good. Keep going. Okay, good. Okay. Ooh. All right. So what happens there is Bull gets a little emotional. Ooh. Hey, ooh. He gets a little emotional at that. That's hard for him. We have not done a lot of that. And he's thinking to himself, you know, why are we going in circles? I don't understand. Back. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, I think I'm going to stop there in terms of recording this. That's been a good little lesson. I'll just recap how we do this. For a left lead, turn my face to the left. I'm not going to pick up on his rein because he cues on that, but pick up on the rein, and then you can't see it, but my right leg's going to slide back and just urge him forward a bit. So that's how we do it. Bull's been good today, considering I haven't tried to pick up leads on this horse like that since, gosh, I don't know, 6 or 8 months ago. So it helps to have a good horse, but I think any horse that's not injured, capable of doing this. Well, I'm Mark, I'm the amateur cowboy, and the rock star here is Bull.